Good morning, welcome back to another weekly vlog. I think we are going into week 5 of lockdown. I kind of lose track of it, but I think that's where we are because I think they said Thursday will be the 5th Thursday, possibly. Hopefully you can hear me. I think someone's cutting their grass in the background, but I don't think it's too loud, hopefully. Yeah, 5 weeks. I kind of can't believe it's been that long. Sometimes it feels like it's been going on forever, other times it just, yeah, I don't know. It's all just a bit surreal, isn't it, I think? And I don't know, because I don't know whether it's because I'm not going out much, and because I don't go out much anyway, that it sometimes feels like I'm just in a bit of a bubble and I don't know what's going on like in the real world. I don't know whether if I'd been going to like supermarkets and things like that I would kind of feel it more, but because I haven't really left the house apart from one time to go to the doctors and last week when I went out in my wheelchair. Like, going out in my wheelchair last week was the first time that I really kind of felt the rest of the world kind of going through it. You know, like everyone was being like quite careful about trying to like keep their distance from everybody, which is good. And I don't know, like I felt very anxious going out, and there just seemed to be a different feeling. Whereas I suppose when I'm at home most of the time, you don't necessarily feel that. Like I watch the news and all that kind of stuff, so I get that part of it, but I don't kind of come face to face with it as much. So yeah, it's a bit of a strange situation. I don't know, to a certain extent I feel like I'm just like muddling through at the moment, and I think a lot of people have said this, where they almost feel a bit numb to it. Sorry, I think my mum's at the front door. Yeah, I know a lot of people have kind of said they just feel a bit numb at the moment, and I think that's just a way of like getting through the current situation, isn't it? And obviously people will deal with it in different ways, but I think certainly for me, and I've found this with other situations, is that when you're actually going through it, you almost like shut down all your feelings to allow yourself to keep going. And it's only when things kind of go back to some sort of normality that you then start to like really feel all the feelings that you'd kind of shut down. I know I found it when I was in hospital after my leg and I was really ill. I kind of, although I was scared, like I was scared when I was like not very well, when I was conscious, I didn't feel an awful lot apart from that like instinctive just like feeling scared because I couldn't breathe and I didn't know what was going on. Apart from that, I didn't really feel anything, and it's only now that I have started to feel a lot more about that situation. Like I'm getting nightmares and flashbacks, and I find that sometimes when I'm watching the news, if there's like hospital stuff on there, that will trigger like anxiety attacks, and I find myself crying and stuff like that. So it's something that I need to kind of talk to my GP about when things kind of go back to some sense of normality. But I do kind of think that this situation might be similar in that a lot of people will be kind of shutting their feelings off at the moment, and it won't be until later that people will really start to kind of, I don't know, I suppose it won't start to sink in until you kind of stop. And I just hope that there is going to be more mental health support available, because I think people are going to really need it. Anyway, that got a bit deep for the beginning of the vlog. I've had quite a busy, productive morning so far. I was up quite early. I had a phone appointment at 9:30 this morning. That was like part of my care needs assessment with the social services. They kind of have to do various different like assessments of different parts, and this was one of them. The lady was really nice and helpful. I was quite nervous about it, but she was really, really nice and helpful, and kind of guided me through it all and asked like the questions and helped me to work out like how I should be not how I should be answering them. Obviously she didn't tell me what to say, but you know, she made sure that she got everything out of me, because obviously I don't really know what they're looking for or what I need to be communicating to them, but she was really good at kind of making sure that she kind of asked all the right questions. So that was that. I rang my physio, although they're not actually there at the moment. They asked me to give them a ring and just leave a message on the answer phone. So I did that and just let them know that I had spoken to my surgeon, and kind of just gave a bit of a summary of what he'd said and said to ring me back if needed. I've also had a text from my GP because I've been prescribed something called sodium cromoglicate. I think the brand name is Nalcrum, and it's a mast cell stabilizer, which is what the gastro consultant recommended. And my mum picked the prescription up yesterday, and then I suddenly thought like I'm on slow sodium, quite a high dose for my POTS, and I wasn't sure whether I needed to reduce that because of them both being like some sort of sodium. So I did an e-consult last night and just sent it through, and my GP texted me this morning to say that no, it was, because I said I feel like I'm asking a silly question, but she said that it's actually a very sensible question, but that they're different types of sodium, so it doesn't matter, I can take both at the same time, so that's good. I just feel like it's one of them days today. I feel a bit not with it. I've finished editing my video and tried to get it to upload to YouTube, and it's uploading, but every time I try to press publish, it says that it can't save my video, and it's saying that there was a warning type thing on the top saying that I think there's like some data problem or something, so I don't know what's going on, so I'll have to try that again later. I've had lunch and it doesn't take much to confuse me, but we got a phone call earlier from a lady who said she was from the National Shielding helpline, saying that she was just following up on the letters we'd received, that to make sure that we had registered for help with, like, while we were shielding, with sort of food and medication and stuff, and to make sure I registered even if I didn't need that help currently. And then she said if you haven't yet registered, to follow the link in your letter or to ring, and then she gave this number, and yeah, so I checked the number because it was a answer phone message. We hadn't got to the phone in time, so yeah, I checked the number and the number was legit, but I don't really understand because none of us have had a shielding letter. The only person that I could possibly think would get one possibly would be me, but I've checked myself on the list, and as it's updated I've checked, and I haven't met the criteria for shielding, so I'm a bit confused, and I don't know whether it was some sort of scam, and maybe if I'd answered the phone they would have, I don't know, asked some other questions, or if they've got the wrong person, or if I was meant to receive some sort of letter and I haven't, but then I thought I would have got a text as well and I haven't. So yeah, I'm a little bit confused. I mean, I've been out twice since the lockdown has kind of started, so it's not like I've been going out loads or anything, because I decided that I thought that was best for me and for my health problems, and I've got family who can help with shopping and stuff, so it's not like I'm missing out on that kind of thing. But at the same time, it would be quite good just to know if I'm meant to be on the list, just so that I don't go out again. I don't really know. I don't really want to bother my GP with it, because I just don't feel like it's worth I don't know, maybe I don't feel like I'm worth it, I don't know. And obviously they're really busy and I don't want to like put any extra strain on them. And I don't really want to have to ring that helpline back and to sit in a queue for ages, and to possibly, you know, stop someone else getting through. And I don't know, I really don't know. The only thing I did think, and a few people suggested it, was to just try registering on the website, because anyone can kind of find the website and try and register. And they said, well, you might, if you like try and register, I think you put your NHS number in and it will tell you if you're kind of needing to shield. So I might just try and do that and just see what comes up. Good morning. The weather has changed significantly. It's pouring with rain this morning. Not very nice outside, although actually I don't mind the rain if I don't have to go out. I like the fact that it feels quite cozy inside, and yeah, I don't really mind it because I'm not going anywhere. This morning we had a phone call, and it was the guy from the equipment store that the council use for like occupational therapy like equipment, and he said, oh, can I come and drop some equipment off? And we were like, when? And he was like, oh, about half an hour. So we were like, yeah, we're not going anywhere. So yeah, he's brought my equipment, and I am now the proud owner of, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, a grabber, which I'm very excited about, because hopefully it's going to mean that I'm not having to ask people so much to kind of like bend down and pick things up for me. And yeah, hopefully it will make me a little bit more independent. It's also got a magnet on the end of it, and I'm now like going around the house trying to find something magnetic to see if I can pick it up, but I can't find anything. So yeah, I got the grabber, and then we've also got a frame to go around the toilet downstairs, which just helps with like getting up and down off the toilet, and also like a shower bench to use in the shower. So I shall try that out later and see if it's any good. It's got little handles on each side to help you sort of push yourself up. So yeah, that's happened really quickly. I didn't expect them to come quite so quickly, but that's great. So now I'm going around like grabbing everything with my grabber, which is quite fun. You know, you've been like in lockdown too long when you get excited about a grabber, don't you? Anyway, what am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, this morning I am going to try and film a couple of videos, because ideally they should have been filmed last week, but I haven't had time, so I'm going to try and do that today, and then hopefully be able to get one edited tomorrow to go up. I really need to do some proper video planning and actually use my blog planner, because I got to like last night and I was like, I really need to film some videos, and I've got like notes on my phone with like ideas, but I prefer to be like planned a few weeks in advance so that I can prepare for videos if I need to. But yeah, I think I've got two that I can film, so that's okay. So that's the plan for this morning. Apart from that, don't really have any other plans, apart from staying warm. I kind of feel like I really want to watch a Christmas film today. I don't know why. I don't know whether it's because of the weather or something, but I just feel kind of Christmassy. So maybe I'll do that.
Some people have written books, some have a great look that covers the magazines for kids who are 17. But I don't know what to do, staring into the blue sky and just waiting for a sign. Some, they are certain of what awaits them when it all ends, but I don't know what will happen to me. Will I be remembered?
Good morning. Sorry that I didn't film much at all yesterday. I don't really know what happened. I did spend quite a lot of time filming and doing bits and bobs up here. And yeah, then I just had my lunch. I think I filmed Lennie in a really weird position, which you hopefully would have seen because it made me laugh. But yeah, it was a rainy day. After lunch I had a nap, and then my mum helped me have a shower and wash my hair and all that stuff, and I just didn't really get around to filming anything else, to be honest. Today I slept a lot longer than I had planned to this morning. My mum always like comes to help me get up in the morning, so she helps to like wake me up, because I really struggle to wake up. I do set an alarm sometimes, but I don't know, I really struggle to wake up in the mornings. Like, this is part of why I had the sleep study. So she will often come up and like help to wake me up, and that seems to work better than an alarm. So she did come up like at the time that I said, but I don't think I woke up. So yeah, I got up a lot later than I planned, which is a little bit frustrating because I had kind of hoped to get more done today. But never mind, that's just how it is. So yeah, I'm going to get on with starting to edit one of the videos that I filmed yesterday, and then in a little while I'm doing a video call with my friend Lydia, who I met when I was at Stanmore. We like text quite a lot, but we had kind of been hoping we would get to meet up at some point, like before all this kicked off, so we thought we'd do a video call just to say hello and see how each other are and all that jazz. So I'm going to do that and then have some lunch, and then this afternoon I will probably end up having a nap again, because that is just what I do. And yeah, that's pretty much my plans for today. We're trying to film, so basically I'm putting together a video for Lisa's birthday, although it's gone. Like, her birthday was last week, I think. It was her 30th, and I had an idea literally the day before her birthday that it might be quite nice to get like loads of video messages from all her friends and family and put them together into a video. So I thought I might as well do it anyway, because it's a nice thing for her to keep. So I've got quite a lot of videos from friends and family, and obviously we need to do one as well. So we've been trying to film little bits of it this morning. We were trying to think of like what to do, and I just suggested, why don't we sing like happy birthday, like we'll find a birthday song with Lisa's name in it on Apple Music, and then I said, why don't we just like film each of us singing like a bit of the song and washing our hands at the same time, because obviously that's what we've been told to do at the moment, and it would just be, I thought it would be a bit of fun. So that's what we're doing. We need to try and get the pets in it as well, so we're going to attempt to make the pets pretend to wash their hands, which will be interesting. But yeah, so we've been filmed my sister doing that this morning, and we need to kind of film everybody else at some point as well.
I'm walking down the street on clouds instead of the concrete I'm dancing through. Everything's about to come my way, nothing can ruin my day, no matter what anyone does or say, I smile.
So my mum's just washing the floor, so she's put the dog bowl thing up on a chair, and Lennie's decided to sit underneath it. You comfy there, mate?
Me? What? Are you talking to me?
Yes, what?
Just minding my own business.
This is my den. So I had a nice video chat with my friend Lydia this morning. We had a lot of technical difficulties. For some reason we just could not get Zoom to work, and I don't know why, because I've used it fine with other people, but we couldn't get it to work. And then we couldn't get FaceTime to work either, so it was a bit frustrating, but in the end I managed to FaceTime her from my laptop, and that seemed to work, so that was good. And yeah, had a good chat. I think we're going to do the same again next week, which should be quite nice. And then I did also manage to get my video edited from yesterday, which I'm quite happy about. I haven't managed to get it up yet, but it is edited and it's exporting, so I should be able to get it up tomorrow. Yeah, I've had some lunch, and I've just opened a bit of post. I've got another letter through to say that one of my appointments has been postponed, which I kind of guessed would happen, but I don't know, I still find it hard when I get a letter to say that I've lost another appointment. I also had a letter telling me that the appointments with the wheelchair services weren't going ahead at the moment, and I don't really know why I got the letter, because I don't have an appointment with wheelchair services. I have an NHS wheelchair, but I haven't actually had an appointment with them for ages, so I don't know what that's about. Anyway, I also opened some post for... Sorry, don't know what my dad's doing out there. Yeah, I also opened some post, which is Lisa's birthday present, which has only just arrived. So I thought I'd show you what I got her because it's quite nice, and I think it's like quite a small company, so it's nice to kind of give them a bit of airtime so that people can check them out if they want to. Okay, so this is the present that I've got for Lisa. It was on her birthday list. It is from a company called Kitten, and they do various wax melts, possibly candles as well. And they do these like letterbox boxes. So it's a box. You don't choose like the scents that are in there. You just get like 4 different ones. They've got like 4 different collections, and you get one from each collection. So in this one is fresh linen, and we've got strawberry, we've got pina colada, and then this one is birthday cake, which is like a vanilla-y scent. And then there's also a little heart, which I'm not quite sure what it is, but it looks like another wax melt of some description, so she can burn that one as well. But yeah, they're made so that they can just post them through your letterbox, supposedly. I don't know whether this would actually fit in our letterbox, but anyway, never mind. So yeah, I've opened it up because I didn't realise it wasn't in another box inside. So we'll just kind of seal it back up again and wrap it up and pop it on her doorstep so that she can open that. But I'll be interested to hear from her actually, like what they're like when they're kind of melted, because like different ones smell differently, so it'll be interesting to see what she thinks of those. Good morning. It is another grey, rainy, horrible day, and that's fine because I'm not going out anywhere. I had a phone call from my physio this morning. I was just about up. I basically had left her a message after I had spoken to my surgeon, and she was just ringing back to have a chat really. So yeah, she asked whether I had my x-rays yet or knew when I was having them, which I don't think a letter has kind of got through to my GP yet. So she said that it might be worth chasing it up just to make sure that the letter's been sent and that it gets there. And then she said that once I've had the x-rays, that she will have, like if I ring her, she will have a look at them and see if there's anything that she can see that would kind of give us any ideas as to what is the problem. Yeah, that's kind of all I can do at the moment. She kind of asked how I was getting on, how my leg was, and I said there's not really much change. And she said that basically she's kind of keeping my file, I don't know, like with like, I don't know whether she's got like a file of files that she's kind of people she's checking up on or what, but anyway, she's keeping my file in there. And she said when things do start to reopen, that I will probably be one of the first people that she contacts, which is kind of nice to hear, I think, because I don't know, it just feels like you haven't been forgotten, and you know that, you know, I'll be contacted when stuff kind of starts to happen again. She said obviously she doesn't know when that's going to be, but that's kind of the plan, so that's nice. And I'm really lucky to have such a good physio. I've been through quite a lot of physios in my time, and certainly like when I first got ill and I hadn't really got a proper diagnosis, or they kind of thought I had ME, I saw a few physios then, and it kind of put me off physios, if I'm honest. Like, I don't want this to offend anyone because I know a lot of great physios, but this was kind of how I felt at the time. But yeah, when I had physio back then, I guess because they weren't 100% sure of my diagnosis, and because I had the ME diagnosis, there's a lot of misinformation, especially back then, but even now, about how you manage people with ME. And so my physio sessions back then were not, I didn't like them, basically. They were kind of pushing me to do way too much, and I was just kind of made to feel like it was my fault that I was unwell. And so for a long time then I didn't see a physio at all. And I remember when I got my EDS diagnosis, and I think I was referred to a physio for something different, but I was really, really anxious about going because of the bad experiences that I had had when I was younger. But yeah, ever since I've had my EDS diagnosis, generally physios have been a lot better with me. I don't know if it's because I have a diagnosis or whether it's because I have a different diagnosis. I mean, I've never had the ME diagnosis taken away from me, as far as I know. It's always been a bit of a like, we're not really sure anymore. We don't know whether your other diagnoses kind of, you know, capture all those symptoms, or whether there is the ME kind of still there. So we don't really know. I don't know. I don't tend to kind of include it in my diagnoses usually, because I just feel like my symptoms are probably mostly explained by what my other diagnoses are now. But I don't know, because I do still get like fatigue is one of my main symptoms, and I know a lot of people with EDS and POTS that don't have that fatigue, so I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I've generally found physios to be a lot better since I've had my EDS diagnosis, although it depends how much a physio knows about EDS. You have to be quite careful because you can do yourself an injury if you kind of do the wrong exercises. But generally I've been quite lucky, and certainly with the physio that I've got for my leg at the moment after my surgery, I have been really lucky, because she is she's lovely, like really nice lady, really nice to chat to, and very sort of down to earth, and kind of says what she thinks. You know, she doesn't try and butter it up or anything. She's just very straightforward, which I quite like. But also because she is a very good physio. Yeah, she kind of right from the beginning has always been really good, and very kind of like perceptive as to what I am kind of where I am. You know, she kind of realised that I needed more help, and she kind of went and looked and tried to work out how she could do that, and that's when I got the second physio. And she was the one that kind of when we got to the point where we didn't think we were moving, she kind of said, you know, I think you need to go back to the surgeon. But she's always been like very helpful, and yeah, she's phoned me twice now during this, and I just think it's really nice that she's kind of trying to keep up with patients, because yeah, it's kind of hard not having that sort of medical help. So it's nice that they're, you know, still trying to kind of keep in touch with you, which I know must be really difficult, because I'm guessing they are like manic at the moment, really busy. So I really appreciate that. So yeah, I just need to get this x-ray done at some point, hopefully, and then we'll see what happens. But it was good to have a chat with her anyway, and just catch up. She just asked like how I was feeling in general, which was quite nice. And yeah, I've had breakfast and all that stuff. I'm just going to upload my video that I edited yesterday, and then I want to start editing a weekly vlog. I don't know how much I'm going to get done tomorrow, because I've got a council meeting in the morning on Zoom, so I want to try and get like a decent amount done today. We'll see. I'm not doing very well at the moment because I woke up late, but yeah, we'll see how we get on. But I don't really have any other plans for today apart from going out to Clap this evening.
First day of spring, and I just wanna sing to everything that's moving, every single little thing. To them birds flying free, the fish in the sea, flowers and trees, every little bumblebee. I wanna sing, ooh, to the kids playing hoops, going loop-de-loop, their rainbow-colored bouncy balls and their ice cream scoops. Got my got 20 ducklings in a row like a little marching band, and they sing ooh, ah, ooh, ah, oh. To the couples in love and the seagulls above, and any other living thing or creature I can think of, I wanna sing. I wanna sing. Just wanna sing.
So I managed to get a reasonable amount of stuff done this morning. I've got a video that is uploading, and then I started editing my weekly vlog. I think I'm about halfway through it, so I'm quite happy with that. Had some lunch, and now I am having a little treat. Basically, we bought these things at Christmas, and we'd kind of hidden them away. We were getting through everything else, and then my mum remembered that we had them. They're still in date, but we've just decided we're going to open them while no one else is around. And yeah, let me show you what we've got. Okay, so these were from Costco, and like I said, we bought them around Christmas. We've had these before. I mean, I love chocolate raisins, and just, there's my hand. So there's like, see for size, you can see how much is in there. So yeah, I've been eating some of these, and we've also got the chocolate almonds, which I've never tried before, but I'm going to give one of those a try in a minute and see what they're like as well. But yes, I mean, these will take us a while to get through because it's quite a lot there, but they are rather yummy, so just have to ration ourselves.
Hold on when you need a friend, I'll never let you go again. Reach out when your mind's uneasy, 'cause I'll understand.
We've just been outside to clap for key workers, and the sun was out and it stopped raining, so yes, that was good. Alfie, what's the matter? He's upset because he missed out on the clapping. Yeah, so we've been out and done that. I don't know whether it was a little bit quieter than normal. I don't know whether that's because it's a bit colder, or I don't know. It just didn't seem to be quite as loud as normal, but we were out there clapping. I now have to do some council stuff on my laptop because I've got a virtual planning meeting tomorrow. So I need to go through all the planning applications and kind of make sure I'm familiar with them and kind of have some sort of opinion on them. So I'm going to do that, see what's on the TV, and yeah, that's my evening.
Hold on when you need a friend, I'll stay here to the end. Get up, don't hang your head, we'll take it step by step. Fell inside, now I'm living in a matchbox. All this time.
Good morning, happy Friday. I started my morning with a council meeting on Zoom, which seemed to go pretty well. Everyone was able to get on this time and we were able to hear everyone, so yeah, that's an improvement. Didn't last that long. It was a planning meeting and it was all fairly simple, so yeah, only lasted about half an hour. So I've just done that, and now I think I might have a rest now, I think, before lunch, and then hopefully after lunch I can then go back upstairs and do some more editing. I think that's probably the best way to do it, because I think that's hopefully how I'll get more done. We'll see. But yeah, I've got the TV on watching this morning, and I think I'm just going to have a little rest / nap on the sofa now. To you much today, have I? Yeah, after I spoke to you last time, I had a bit of a nap, although I lay on the sofa for a while and I just could not get comfortable. So I spent ages just like wriggling around trying to get comfortable, and then when I did get to sleep, I slept for a lot longer than I planned and I couldn't wake up again, so that was good. Before that happened, actually, I managed to activate my falls alarm. So yeah, it works. Basically the floor was wet where my mum had been mopping it, and I decided to try and be clever because I needed to get to the loo. So I thought, oh, it's fine, I'll be really careful and I'll just go across the floor like to get to the bathroom. And yeah, that really wasn't a good idea. I slipped with my crutches, and I was in the bathroom, so as I slipped, I like grabbed onto the basin. Well, I kind of went forward and grabbed onto the basin, sort of, but obviously there was like a bit of an impact. And then, yeah, as I was coming out, I could feel this like vibrating, and I had my phone on me, and I was like, oh, why is my phone vibrating? And then I realised that it was my wrist, and the band was like flashing red. Ooh. Don't know what's happening with the camera there. Yeah, the band was like flashing red, and I was like, oh god, no. So basically if you put your hand over it, it stops it. So I did that, and thankfully it worked. So now I know it works. But I did really hurt my leg, which wasn't great, not what I had planned, and not the way I had planned to test it either. But at least it works. So that's good. Yeah, so I had lunch, and then this afternoon I spent most of the afternoon up in my office, finishing editing my weekly vlog. So that's exporting now, and then I can get it uploaded tomorrow, hopefully. And now I'm on the sofa because I'm shattered. I think I filmed Lennie and Freddie earlier as well while I was having my lunch. Freddie was sitting on my dad's knee and Lennie was up on the table. And when we got Lennie, we were really worried about how Lennie and Freddie would get on. We weren't so worried about Alfie because he just tends to ignore the cats. He's not fussed really at all. But Freddie, being a Jack Russell, is much more of a kind of like, much more of a dog that would like chase a cat. And certainly when Lennie was small, we had to keep them away from each other a lot because with Lennie being so small, Freddie would try and like pick him up in his mouth. And I don't know whether he would like purposefully hurt him or whether he would just thought it was like a toy or something. But obviously we had to be really careful. But now that Lennie is a lot bigger, the worry isn't quite so much because we know Lennie can kind of stand up for himself. But they have turned into like the best of friends. Lennie, I think because Lennie isn't scared, like he won't run away from Freddie. So Freddie, because he doesn't run away, Freddie doesn't bother chasing him. And now Lennie will like initiate like playing with Freddie, so he'll run up to Freddie and start playing, and then Freddie will play with him, and they just remind me of two little puppies playing. Because Lennie, I don't know whether he thinks he's a dog because he's kind of been brought up amongst like two dogs, but yeah, he'll kind of like he'll go like chew his ears, and he was like trying to groom Freddie earlier as well, and he'll kind of keep going up to Freddie and just like bumping on the head with his paw. And yeah, Freddie seems to love it. He'll like keep coming back for more. So yeah, it's really nice to see that they kind of get on and seem to quite like each other. Like occasionally like one of them will decide like, no, I don't want to play with you today, and like that'll be it. But it's so nice that they get on and we don't have to worry about that. So that was quite sweet watching them play. But yeah, I'm back on the sofa now, gonna watch Coronation Street because that's about to come on. Got my 4 to sip, and I really need to empty some of the photos off my phone because it is full and I can't take any more photos, and that's not good because I like taking photos and videos. So yeah, I'm going to take some of them off and put them on a memory card or something because I need some space. This has been the problem since Noah came along, which is my nephew. My phone started to fill up a lot quicker because we were looking after him 2 days a week before the lockdown, and so I was like always like taking pictures and videos of him and sending them to Richard and Lisa. And then Maisie came along as well, who's my niece, and that's like double the amount of pictures and videos. So yeah, my phone has just filled up so quickly since I became an auntie. So yeah, I've just got a memory card which I keep in like my memory card folder thing, and I've labelled it phone photos, and then it's got photos from my phone. So I just need to take some more off. Like ideally I think it would be good if I could like just leave on my phone like the last month or so, but yeah, we're nowhere near that yet. So even if I can get like a couple of months off, then that would be great. Good afternoon. I started off with quite a thin jumper on this morning, well 3/4 length t-shirt type thing, but I'm now in a cardigan because I'm cold. So yeah, I've had quite a quiet morning. Took quite a long time to just get myself sorted, but I've been uploading my weekly vlog, and now I'm just starting to sort out videos and stuff for the birthday video I'm putting together for Lisa. It has actually been past her birthday, but I've got loads of people to send like birthday wishes and stuff, which I'm going to put into a video, and then that can be something she can keep, and hopefully it will make her smile. So I'm just trying to like gather all the videos together in one place on my computer to start with, and then I can start trying to edit them together and work out how I'm going to kind of make it look nice. So that's what I've been trying to do. I'm going to go down in a minute and have some lunch, and we're also doing a big family Zoom call because it's my uncle's 60th birthday today, and at the moment he's isolating on his own because his kids are in various other places, and his partner, fiance, hasn't moved in with him yet, so they're having to isolate, and she's all the way down in Kent. So we wanted to try and do something a bit nice to celebrate his birthday and to make him smile. So that's the plan for fairly shortly actually, so I need to get down. 12 minutes apparently. So yeah, I am going to go and do that.
It was a disaster. So we say cheers.
Happy birthday. Oh, that is so nice.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mike. Happy birthday to you.
Right, big blow.
Blow.
One more.
look at these while you're doing this. What do you think he thinks he's doing?
I don't know.
Are you happy with
Maybe
that?
he thinks like he's swimming.
Okay. Is that what you were expecting? Don't think Alfie would do it. Have you had Alfie?
Not yet.
Best thing with Alfie is to put some ice in the bucket, in his drinking bowl.
Oh, what are you doing? Right, it's a lot later in the day now. I got my video up and started getting together all the videos for Lisa's birthday video. Saying video a lot. Came downstairs and had some lunch, and we did the like group call for my uncle's birthday, which was nice. It was a surprise for him as well, so he didn't know that like all of us lot were going to be joining. So I think he quite liked that. And yeah, it was nice to kind of see my cousins and aunts and uncles and all that kind of jazz. And we sang happy birthday and raised a glass to him and everything. And then after that we went out in the garden. Rosie and I went out in the garden with Freddie because we're trying to do something like we're trying to do like a pets thing for Lisa's birthday video to like put on the end of ours. And we're doing the thing where you like wash your hands to happy birthday. So we were trying to work out how we can kind of do the pets doing similar. So we've got the cats who are both like washing themselves. Rosie's done something with the horses. And then we thought, Freddie does this thing where if you put a bowl of water outside, he will like get in and start like digging it up. So we thought we'd do that, and as expected, he did it and got absolutely soaked, which was quite funny. But hopefully that'll be quite good for the video. So now we just need to do Alfie's bit, and then that's our bit done, which is good. I just need to edit it all together. So yeah, I've done that, and I am now on the sofa because I've run out of energy. Good morning, it is Sunday and it's quite a relaxed day. Had a bit of a lie-in. I have done my medication for next week. And yeah, I've got dressed. That's about all I've managed so far. I'm slightly concerned that this weekly vlog is literally just me talking about what I've done, because I haven't really done an awful lot. But that's just lockdown life and chronic illness life. I'm currently just trying to sort out some more of the videos for Lisa's birthday video. I was trying to get them all in one place and then start trying to put them together. We've nearly finished our one. We just need to get Alfie to do his bit. So I think once my sister gets back, she's gone to sort her horses out, but once she gets back we might try and do that, and then our bit is ready and I can kind of put that bit together. Yeah, that's my plan for the morning. I did want to do some cleaning, but sort of cleaning and tidying in my room, but I thought it was better to try and get this video finished first because it's late already and I want to get it to Lisa. So yeah, I'm getting this done, and then I don't really have anything else planned today. I've got a few bits and bobs that I need to get done, but apart from that, not a lot. Watched another episode of The Mandalorian last night with my dad. I think we're on episode, I think we've watched 5 episodes or 6, I can't remember, 5 or 6, and I'm really enjoying it. I haven't seen any of Star Wars. It's never kind of been a kind of thing that I would really have wanted to watch. I've always just thought it wasn't my thing, yeah. And then when I first had my leg done, I ended up watching Star Trek Enterprise, I think, with my dad, just because it was on in the lounge and I happened to be there and I started getting into it. And then once I'd watched that, I was like, oh, maybe I would kind of like Star Wars and that kind of thing. And then we got Disney Plus and The Mandalorian was on it, so I thought we might as well watch that because my dad wanted to see it. And yeah, I'm really enjoying it, so now I'm kind of thinking maybe I should go back and watch the actual Star Wars films. I won't kind of give away any spoilers because you may not have watched it yet. But yeah, I would just say if you haven't watched Star Wars before and you think it's not your kind of thing, give it a go. Because yeah, I never thought I would enjoy it, and actually I really am enjoying it. It's got good storylines, I like the characters. It's got Baby Yoda in it, which I think is not a spoiler because everybody pretty much knows that, who is the cutest character ever. And yeah, I don't know, I thought it would be all a bit too sort of like sci-fi for me, but it's actually got decent storylines and like characters, and it's not all just like space stuff. Anyway, so yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I don't know how many more episodes we've got. I don't think there are that many more, but I'm kind of guessing there may be a second series because it's been so popular. But yeah, no, I'm really loving it. I'd be interested to hear what other stuff you enjoy on Disney Plus if you've got it. I haven't watched a huge amount so far. I've been watching some of the Disney fairy tale weddings, which I really love. I have watched... We've been watching some of the like really old original Disney cartoons. So like the first ones that are like Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck, and yeah, because we started off with Steamboat Willie and we're kind of just going through, and I love that kind of stuff. It's just, I don't know, I find it really interesting to watch them. One, because I think that they're just brilliantly made for like their time, but also because I find it fascinating to watch them and then to think that's kind of where everything started. And now you look at Disney and you think, wow, all that came from like a mouse. There's a quote about that, isn't there, that it all started with a mouse. And yeah, I find it really interesting. So we've been watching those. I've watched a bit of the Pixar in real life, which I thought was quite fun. What else have I watched? I've watched a couple of the shorts. I watched one of the Ask Forky ones. I think that's about all I've watched, though. I haven't watched a huge amount else. I know my dad's been watching some of the National Geographic stuff, which he seems to quite like. But there's so much more stuff that I want to watch. I just haven't got round to doing it yet. I want to watch the Lady and the Tramp live action. I've heard kind of mixed reports about it, but I'd like to see it. And then there's just so much stuff on there that I want to watch. The Imagineering Story. There's one and I can't think of what it's called, but it's like I think it's like for each episode they follow a cast member around. Is it called Inside Disney or something? I can't remember. But that looks really good. And there's just so much more. So yeah, let me know what you have been watching, what you would recommend, and I will kind of try and give them a watch. Might make a video at some point when I've watched a little bit more about some of my favourite bits about Disney Plus so far. So if that's something you'd be interested in, let me know. So I got some of Lisa's video sorted, but didn't get it all finished, which I kind of hoped that I would, but never mind. I want to kind of do it properly rather than try and rush it. And then while we were upstairs, we got a text with a video which showed my brother like holding Noah up, looking over a fence, and he was like calling. First of all, he was like, "Nanny, Nanny," and then it was like, "Grandpa," and then he said, "Oh, and then he went, "Becca." So I rang my brother and I'm like, "Are you outside now?" And he's like, "Yeah." So basically, I've said this before, but I think we back onto Woodland, and like outside our gate is like the path that the World and his wife goes down. Basically, it's because it's the path that basically takes you to like fields and to a nature reserve and stuff. So it's where a lot of people in the town that I live in go for walking and stuff like that. And because my brother and sister-in-law live just down the road from us, that's kind of where they will often go for their sort of daily walks and exercise. Because there's nice big like fields that they can, like Noah can run around in, or there's like an old airfield where they can run around and stuff. So yeah, that's where they often go. So they're often like walking past the back of our house, but sometimes they will kind of let us know that they're out the back. And then we opened the windows at the back of the house, and then we could like have a conversation with them. I mean, it was a bit shouted because it was a little bit far away to have a proper conversation, but it was nice to see them, and Noah was sort of like waving and saying hello and pointing at our rainbow and saying that it was a pretty rainbow. So yeah, it was nice just seeing them, even if it was from a distance through a window. It was nice to just wave at them and say hello to Noah so that he doesn't forget who we are. And then they carried on their walk, and I came downstairs and had my lunch. I've had a shower this afternoon, washed my hair. Don't normally have a shower in the middle of the day, but it's just what fitted in. And yeah, I don't know, because it takes a lot of energy. Sometimes you just have to schedule it for a time when it works. And I've just been having a little nap, but now we're having a roast dinner, so I'm gonna go and enjoy that. So my sister decided to get a ice cream delivery. So our local ice cream van person, they can't do their usual sort of events and stuff like that at the moment, so they've started this online delivery service. So you order stuff online, and then they have like days where they come to this like specific area and do a whole load of drop-offs. And so Becca ordered these ice cream trays for us. This one is Rocky Road. My dad's got a After 8 one. I think Becca had an Oreo one and Rosie had a Malteser one. Me and my mum are showing this because there's no way I could eat it all. Yeah, they do all sorts of ones, so we may be having to do it again. When we had our little conversation through the window / fence with Noah, he was like carrying something, and I kept asking him like what he was carrying, and I thought he said he had a sweetie. And then I texted Lisa later and said, I said, what was Noah carrying? Because it sounded like he said it was a sweetie. And she texted back and she said that he found a stone on their walk, and he's obsessed with Moana at the moment. And so he found this stone and he carried it with him all around the walk. And yeah, he decided to call it the Heart of Te Fiti from Moana, which I just think is blooming adorable. Anyway, that has inspired our evening viewing, because my dad was like, oh well, why don't we watch Moana this evening? So we've got Disney Plus on, and my dad and I are going to watch Moana, which I'm very much looking forward to. But I thought I'd just come on and end this week's vlog before we do. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have and you'd like to see more, please give me a like and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to also hit the notification bell. That means you'll get notified every time I upload a video, so you don't miss anything. Leave me a comment, let me know how you're getting on at the moment, how you're feeling, what you're doing. Yeah, just let me know if you want a chat or anything, and also let me know if there's any particular videos you'd like to see me do. Give me a follow on social media. My links are in the description, but I'll pop them up here as well. I'm mainly on Instagram, but sometimes on Twitter as well. So it'd be really nice if you came over and said hello. And I'll see you in another video very soon.